How's it, folks? It is now the second week of the Winter Tales event, which means the headpiece, the chest piece, and the gloves are now in the current rotation of the Santa drops. Sorry this video came a little late. It took me quite literally 34 Santa drops to get the headpiece when I'd gotten the chest and gloves in like the first 5 drops. So it was quite frustrating getting the last piece. If you happen to be in a similar boat to me, you can just wait until next week, in which case the gear pieces will be available to purchase from Baka in his store, likely to cost 4,000 treats. So maybe stock up on them if you want to buy some of the more gear pieces. And now that all the pieces are available as a set, you can see that this actually comes with a set bonus, which is quite unique for Dino 2. Normally you just get the normal stat buffs for wearing the same set, but this time on top of that, you also get a unique effect. In this case, the set bonus makes you drop a coal mine randomly after an attack. I tried testing different configurations. Headshots don't guarantee a coal mine. Killing infected doesn't guarantee a coal mine. Crits don't guarantee a coal mine. Lopping off limbs don't guarantee a coal mine. And finishes don't guarantee a coal mine. So it's a little difficult to determine what exactly causes the coal mines to start popping out of Aiden. But they do seem to be more frequent when you're swarmed by enemies and hit multiple enemies at once, but that just may be increasing the chance for it to spawn. I'm not too sure on what the actual mechanics of it are at the moment. With regards to the coal mine, it barely does any damage, even if you stand in right on top of it and it blows up, but it can do fire damage, which is why it's important to wear the full Krampus set, as it basically makes you immune to all fire damage with the full set. But the best benefit of the coal mines, in my view, is that it actually stuns groups of enemies. So it can make farming significantly easier, as it stuns a group of enemies, plus its loud explosion would constantly bring more and more virals to you, so you can just keep farming. On top of that, this is probably the best way of getting the 120 burned infected bounty, as it's very easy to trigger the fire damage effect on the small little virals and then lop off their heads, as you have to kill the infected while they're burning for that bounty to trigger. And frequently things like Molotov cocktails just don't work at all with regards to the bounty. So this is a nice, pretty much guaranteed way of quickly finishing that bounty by itself. If you take a look at the actual stats of all of the gear pieces for the entire set, it's got 2 very good stat lines and the rest are pretty crap. So it's very good with fire protection, as I mentioned previously. You basically don't take any fire damage, so it's nice to have a full set that prevents any fire damage, and it also has very high stamina regen, which you are going to need when you are getting swarmed quite a lot, and you can back off when the enemy is stunned by all the coal mines you end up dropping. It's also got a bit of extra damage for two-handed weapons, but it's only around 30-odd%, which is lower than a full tank set, which you can bring up to 70-80% for a full tank set. And the damage resistance is also quite low on this set compared to a full tank set. And even on Nightmare difficulty, the explosion damage barely does anything, and the fire damage doesn't do anything with the set bonus damage reduction. So it's still pretty safe to use on Nightmare difficulty. Just keep an eye out on the poison spitting virals, because those can quite quickly knock away at big chunks of your health without any damage reduction. So just be careful of those guys. And with the warnings out of the way, I hope you guys are lucky with your RNG spawns, and hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care, and cheers for now.